addresses the accusations of blackfishing. if they, why are you angry? They're trying to be like you. Why don't you fix it up like that then? Therefore, come on, man. Y'all being played. They're lying to you, and then they switching things up, and now you start figuring out like, wait a minute, they want our stuff. Yeah, doofus. You don't. You shouldn't want their stuff because that's what they want. Then they switch around. They switch around. Anyway, they want the Jade man with the Edomite female. That's one of their plans. If you didn't know, because when I saw the clay figure, I thought this was just a caucus male, a Edomite boy with a fucking afro. That's what I thought. I looked at it. This was before they revealed the iron one. This one. I saw this, and I was thinking like, why don't I get a good angle? I mean, I want to see his face. What does his face look like? Then I got this one, and then I looked at myself and I was like, huh? His nose is broad. No, I don't know about that. Why is his nose broad? What are they trying to do? What? This is clearly an Edomite. I could clearly see it. But this one I started guessing like, what is it? I thought it was some kind of mixed up dude or whatever. But when they finally finished their how you call that thing? Their final result, I saw a Jake boy. I was, so what the fuck? Why are these white people promoting a dark-skinned boy? But they some devil worshippers. You can clearly see that. Like, look at him. Look at this guy. You have them with where is it? Doesn't want to show it though. Show up. You can clearly see that these are some rock and roll devil worshippers. I mean, look at the way he looks, man. You can tell a person by their clothing sometimes. And I look at him and I'd be like, oh shit, devil worshipper. All dressed in black and all that type of shit. Long hair, sunglasses in the freaking in a room. Come on, man. Sunglasses only for outside when it's sunny. Why you got sunglasses on? Probably high out of his freaking nuts. So I already know, like, okay, I know what they're doing. I know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to get you with her so that you're going to fall. And also that your children are not going to know which side they are. And they're going to be like, we belong to both. No, chop your fucking head off. That's what Esau is going to do. Because you don't know. He knows, like, I'm going to kill you. But I'll make you soft so that you're divided. You don't know what the hell's going on. Therefore, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is sending out his prophets, starting with the elder apostles on down, to teach the Jacob descendants, like, listen, you are what your father is. Stop clinging on to the side of your mother. Come back to your forefathers on your father's side, of the gene side, of the seed side, of the sperm side, and you are an Israelite. And if you don't want to follow, you're gonna follow your mother. You're gonna follow your mother, or the nation of your mother. Because some of these white chicks, they actually, boy, they're ready to, they down with you. They down with you. It's the children that's gonna get fucked up. Because they don't know which side they're supposed to be on. Unless you teach them. So you need to take care of that too. So let me go on. So what are they doing? The Heavenly Father has devised evil against that family. And that family is nowadays, the Edomite family. Because they're the ones that actually doing all this evil. From which ye shall not remove your neck. So you're not going to get away. In Micah chapter 2 verse the rest of 3. Neither shall you go haughtily, proud. For this time is evil. Bad times are going to come for you, Edomites. Bad times are going to come for you, Edomites. And you Edomites are vagabonds. You're all over the place. You're wandering around like a criminal that you are. That's the original word where it comes from. Where it comes from. And he's all over the place. He's a wanderer, but he's a criminal. He's a criminal wanderer, wandering all over the place, doing crimes. You know, going to lands and just putting up military bases and stuff like that. Why are you doing this? If China was to make military bases in America like how America is making military bases around China, there'd be a war. America would look for war, you know? He has all these places occupied. All these places are occupied, and he goes about and says dumb things like, and there is no understanding in him. Why are you racist against me? Why are you all fighting against me? I did nothing wrong. Nothing. He's being stupid with it. You know? After all the things that he's been doing, He's asking himself, like, why do you hate me? You're racist. Reverse racism. What? What are you talking about, man? You get what you deserve. Anyway, Isaiah chapter 27, verse 1. Verse 2. And that day sing ye unto her a vineyard of red wine. Right, so a vineyard of red wine is twofold here. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 1. Now will I sing my beloved a song of my beloved, touching his vineyard. My well-beloved had a vineyard in a very fruitful hill. And that vineyard is talking about Israel here, verse 7. For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah his pleasant plant. And he looked for judgment, but behold oppression, for righteousness, but behold a cry. Because they was wicked against each other. Our people were wicked against each other. So the Lord slaughtered us. He let the heathen nations slaughter us. So that's that song that should be sung. But you also have a song that shall be sung for the heathen nations. And that's this song. Psalms 9, this let me go back over here. Where is it? Here. So this song here. In that day sing ye unto her a vineyard of red wine. We are singing unto Egypt right now, and that song is their song of destruction. But we are also singing, just like Ecclesiastes chapter 7, chapter 3. I'm going to give you an example of a fact. Check this out. That's why I say it's kind of double, but it's not double. But it is. You can make it like that. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 8. All of them here, I can go on and on, but I'm going to just give this one for an example. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. We are in a time of love right now. And we are in a time of hate. Love for the nation of Jacob by giving these precepts, the Bible and stuff like that. The love of the Lord is coming back to us because he's given us this truth. A time to hate. Hate what? Hate the rest. The nations, everybody, hate the evil and all that there. A time for war. We are at war, spiritual war, not physical one. But Esau is in time of physical war with the heathen nations and stuff like that, right? And a time of peace. We are at peace. Peace to the elect, because gospel is being brought unto them. But it's not peace for the rest of the people upon planet Earth, because they're being destroyed. They're being troubled by the words that we speak. It says here, for example, a time to be born and a time to die. We are in the time to be born right now, born again. Just like how you call that, Nicodemus. Nicodemus, I forgot his name. Nicodemus. He said, need to be born again. Yeah, you need to be born again. Yahushua said that, by the way, to Nicodemus. And the time to die. Who's dying? The how you call it? The 2/3. That's Ezekiel chapter. Well, they're already dead, actually. Ezekiel chapter 37. They're dead. They can't wake up. They're dead already. But the heathen nations, it's time for them to die now. I'm gonna give you an example. Now you have 72 genders and stuff like that. They're talking about woke. No, man, you're going back to sleep. You're dying right now. You're dead. You're dead because you have no idea who you are. Back in the lion days of Esau, the roaring lion days of Esau, when he used to feed his whelps and used to kill and strangle for his wives, in Nahum chapter 2, verse 11, then he was alive. He was in his full force. I'm talking about the average Edomite. I'm not talking about only the elites, because only the elites are alive right now. You know what I'm saying? Because they're living it up. The average Edomite, they're dying, bro. They can't even feed one child, laughing at them at the same time. Because that's what they was causing the other heathen nations to do. You know, loose from Jake, they already been doing that to us. But now I'm talking about, as an example, they are doing that because the heathen nation, they can't have 11 children no more in their house and whole household and stuff like that. Because Esau is suppressing them in their own house by making everything in their lands expensive and in his not. Even though it is here, because here, for example, you can buy a fruit, like an avocado, like €2, sometimes €1. It depends on where you go. But if you take that same €1 and you go to like South America and you buy the same fruit there, and it's bigger and it's healthier, it's gonna cost you less than 20 cents. So how is it there 20 cents euros and here €1 or €2, sometimes 3, 4? How Sway? You might not not recognize it. You might not feel it because you have more money here. But if you take that same money and you go over there, you're rich. You're literally one of the rich people. You're at least you're middle class. Minimally, you're middle class if you go there. You know. So he's breaking up their lands, but in the same lands of his, he's actually bumping himself up. But he's still breaking himself down here also because it's too expensive. It doesn't make any sense. But to him it does anyway. The people are dying. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. We are in the time of planting right now because we're planting up the seeds within the elect, their minds and stuff like that, right? And the time to pluck up, they're being plucked up right now. Well, you have the heathen nations being plucked up out of their root. Esau, for example, he's being plucked up. He's not that stable anymore because he has, for example, make America great again. They're losing it. They're not stable anymore. You know, they're being plucked up. That which is planted. They planted all their little world and stuff like that. They had everything: house, white picket fence, all that type of stuff. Money, one job, 2 houses or 2 cars or whatever stuff like that. It's being plucked up right about now, man. So you can go endless with this one. But anyway, same thing here. In that day sing ye unto her. So what are we singing unto Esau right about now? We're singing their destruction. Psalms chapter 9 verse 15. And we're singing unto the Jacob descendants their beauty. Isaiah 5 and 7. Psalms 9 and 15. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. In the net which they hid is their own foot taken. Yahweh is known for the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Hagion, Salah, let it be so. And Hagion goes into this word over here. Here 9. Psalms 9 and 16. Hebrew 1902. Hebrew 1902. Hebrew 1902. Meditation, resounding music. It's like music to my ear. Resounding music. Right? Unmistakable, empathetic, and stuff like that. Basically, what you could say is, let me see if was throughout the place, all over, and stuff like that. But wait, there's more there. Wait, there's more. Again, so resounding. Is like back. So what is again? Music. It's what goes around comes around. Basically, you know, back in the days you had tapes. These tapes, cassette. And what happened? You would play this little big one. What? Oh, I thought I clicked something. It went itself. You see this little big one? If you keep on playing, this little big one will become the small one, and then the small one will become big. And then when you rewind it, then the big one will become small, and then the small will become big. So it's reoccurring sound, like it's back and forth, basically going back again. And what does that then therefore mean concerning Esau? What goes around comes around. You did that, it's going to come back to you. It's a beautiful music. It's music to my ears, right? Because that's what they deserve. Yahweh is known by that which the judgment will be executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. That's it. You're going to get what you deserve. You're going to get what you dished out, and it's going to flip back upon you. How about that? Okay? The wicked shall turn into hell, all the nations that forget, and all the nations that forget Yahweh Bashem Yasha. So let me jump to here. You can read the rest for yourself if you have the time. Revelation chapter 14 verse 2. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, which is music making, like King David. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne. As it were a new song. It's not a new song. It's just a refreshed song, right? And before the new beast. Have you ever heard a song from back in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? And then, or the 90s, and then you hear it like 30 years later, you be like, man, that song, wow. Oh man, it's all fresh. And see? That's basically the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, right? So as it says here, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the beast, right? Yeah, and before the 4 beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth, right? So they sing in a song. The 144,000 is singing a song, and that song is this: Matthew 11 verse 11. Who had ears to hear, let him hear. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows and saying, We have piped unto you, we have made music unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. Yeah, we're giving you the future. The future is horrible. Yeah, and you still are not really worried because you're about that party. You're in the house of feasting and stuff like that. Meanwhile, you should be in the house of mourning and trying to get back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Be sorrowful for the things that we've done in the past, the sins that we have done, the laws that we have broken, and we should mourn. And we should also dance because we come to bring the gospel. The gospel is the good news. So when we sing these words unto you, you're supposed to be happy. It says in the scripture that rejoice and be happy, for your salvation is nearer than you thought. But with the same salvation scriptures comes also the destruction that you know that's going to happen also, right? Here, 2 Maccabees chapter 6 verse 12. You can read all that for yourself if you have the time, but I'm gonna just jump to the 12 and to 14. Now I beseech those that read this book, that they be not discouraged for these calamities, because they will come. Death and destruction is horrible things that will happen unto our people in the near future. It happened before, it will happen again, right? But that they judge those punishments not for their destruction, but for the chastening of our nation. For it is a token of his great goodness. You might be like, what? This is a token of the goodness of the Lord? Oh man, all the beating, all the killings, the torturing that we went through. Oh man, is that for our good? If you read on, you will see. It says, when wicked doers are not suffered a long time, but forthwith punished, because the Lord, he punishes his beloved quick. He doesn't let them let their sins reach unto too much heaven. He's not gonna do that. He's gonna bring you down where you belong, and then you're gonna be humbled, because you're gonna be like, man, if I went too far, I would be too proud right about now. That's why you see rich people. Look, you have all these rappers, right, that I kind of grew up with, right, listening to them, a Master P, for example, and then he gets his son, and his son turned into a piece of shit, like a spoiled piece of shit brat. Be like, damn, all the hard work that your father put in, and this is what this is the result that he gets. Like, this is the production. This is his offspring. Like a proud silver spoon having in his goddamn snout piece of shit. God damn, you need to get your ass whooped. You need that money taken away from you, fool. You know what I'm saying? Your father was hard working and stuff like that. What are you? Anyway, so that became the nation of Jacob. We became a bunch of spoiled brats because we got everything from the Lord, and then therefore we started to be demons, proud, demonic. So then he whooped our asses, made us slaves, and now you know better. Don't put your head up in the cloud, because you're gonna get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Don't be too proud. Don't be too proud, kid. But the majority of our people are still not gonna learn. So 2/3 of them is gonna get popped up. Verse 14. For not as with other nations, whom Yahweh patiently forbeareth to punish, that he waits. He'd be like, man, I'm gonna kill you later. I'm gonna harm you real good too, till they be come to the fullness of their sin. So dealeth he with us. He doesn't do that. When they come to the fullness of their sin, the Most High, but we, man, just a little bit, so that you get discouraged. No, sorry, so that you get. He doesn't make us do it long. For example, here, Proverbs 3:11. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord loveth, he corrected, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. Malachi 3:6. For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Romans chapter 11 verse 1. I say then, had Yahweh cast away his people? Yahweh forbid. For I am also an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. I was actually going to go there later, but I'm going to come back to that one. The point is that the Heavenly Father, he is not going to exterminate us. He punishes us to keep it to not make us too high with the sinning and stuff like that. Because if he just let us go, our people will top the nations, as we often already did before. And then he had to chin check us, and then we are the bottom, right? Which is where he put us. Let me see here. This one? No. This one. Okay. Isaiah chapter 27 verse 3. And I, Yahweh, do keep it. I will water it every moment, lest any hurt it. I will keep it night and day. What will he keep? The vineyard. He will keep it good. He will water it. He will keep it good, flourishing. He does that to the nation of Israel, but he also does that to the heathen nations. In this case, Esau. That's why Esau's world is so beautiful. Look at Genesis chapter 27. He watered Esau. And also Psalm 73. Psalm 73 here. He watered them. Esau here. Genesis chapter 27 verse 39. And Isaac his father answered him and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling place shall be the fatness of the earth. The fatness. That's Esau has. And the dew of heaven from above. He has the water. That's why he has the greatest place, greatest places. And by thy sword thou shalt live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off the neck. But anyway, Psalm 73 and 12. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. That's them. So the Most High is keeping them, just like how he's keeping us from being hurt, because he keeps the elect from being hurt. That's why I read this one. Malachi 3:6. For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. So we're not going to be all in together now destroyed. He's going to destroy a very big part of us, but not all of them. So it says here, lest any hurt it. So no one should actually fight against Esau, and no one should actually basically utterly destroy Jacob, because they are fighting against us. The Lord is bringing them to us to fight. Zechariah chapter 14, verse 1, 2, and 3. But Esau is being kept alive so that he can be punished here. Where is it? Here. He's being kept alive. You know? For not as those other nations, whom Yahweh patiently forbeareth to punish. Yeah. He's patiently forbearing to punish them, because he's making them spare everything up so that he can crash dummy them. Right. I, Yahweh, will do keep it. He keeps them. Oh yeah, Babylon is a golden cup in my hand. Let me get that one real quick also here. So where's that again? Where did I put it? Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 12. No, right. I think I put it here somewhere. Right. Let me see. Here. Jeremiah chapter 8 verse... No. What? It's Jeremiah 51 actually. No. Jeremiah 51, if I'm correct, which says that that Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. And if I don't find it, I'm gonna just open it. Oh my goodness. Jeremiah chapter, it was right here. Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, because he kept it beautiful. He was doing it. He was feeding them their pride. You won't be proud. You won't be successful. Hey Satan, go there, make them worship you. See what they pick. They pick me or they pick you? They pick me, Lord. Good. Keep them good. When I destroy them, I'm gonna get them real good. That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. That guy from Elam, he's already pissed off, but he's gearing up the other Elamites. Like, hey man, did they really steal? Now all the Elamites that seen this, and it was the Elamite that uploaded it, by the way, because I saw his face. This one? Yeah, this guy. I saw his face. It's Elam that we never got it back. That's what he put here in the description box. Let me see if I'm... There is a misguided idea that India should be grateful for the democracy, law, and trains that the British Empire brought to the country. But along with these gifts, Britain also stole 45 trillion from India during its long and oppressive rule between 1765 and 1938, which culminated in the biggest mass migration in human history during the partition of India and Pakistan. These people are now in India, in England. Oh boy, they don't like them. They want go back to India, go back to Pakistan. Really? You brought them here. That's what they're saying, and I'm saying the same thing too. That's why they're gonna fuck y'all over, and the Ishmaelites are there too. How about that? It's gonna be a fun day for Esau, boy. Well, it's not gonna be fun for Esau, but anyway. So the heavenly Father is actually holding them up, very beautiful. You know when you beat somebody up, and they keep falling, but you're holding them up in a fight. Like don't fall. I want to have fun more. That's gonna be you, Edomites. The Lord is doing that to you. He's holding you up, so that you think you think you're winning. You know, you have like braces on your legs. Walking around, you know, like an exoskeleton, walking around. Because if the Lord just dropped that exoskeleton, you're gonna fall like the blob, like a spineless creature. You know. So Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. So going back to over here. So the Lord is keeping it, and nobody's really fighting against it right now because the Lord wants to gear you up, gash you up. So that the Lord Himself will send somebody with a needle to pop you. Poof. Fury is not in me. Now this is talking about the Israelites, but fury is not in me. Who would set briars and thorns against me in battle? I would go through them. I would burn them together, because that is what the Lord will do. He will burn them together if you want to fight against them. But if you don't fight against them, then here say, or let him take hold of my strength. Now you had the heathen nations back in the days that didn't fight the Lord. And when they did, look at Nebuchadnezzar. He got made crazy. And then he realized, like, oh my God, that this is the Lord. No, this is Yahweh. But Esau, he doesn't have that mentality. He just wants to keep on fighting. Daniel chapter 4, verse 34. You can read the rest for yourself if you have the time. I'll start at 36. At the same time my reason returned unto me, and for the glory of my kingdom, mine honor and brightness returned unto me, and my counselors and my lords sought me, and I was established in my kingdom. An excellent majesty was added unto me. So he was made even greater, right? Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and exalt and honor the King of heaven, Yahweh, all whose works are truth, and his ways judgment. Here it comes. And those that walk in pride he is able to abase. If you read the rest, you will see that he was proud against the Heavenly Father, and the Heavenly Father made him into a beast. All his friends left him. All his counselors. He was eating grass like a cow. He was like a beast of the field, growing feathers and nails like claws. He turned into a beast, man, you know. And then his reason returned unto him, meaning he became aware of himself again. Like, oh my goodness, I was gone for a few weeks or a few days or whatever. It mentions it here, if I'm correct. He was crazy. He was made crazy. Here, he was boasting, talking shit as usual. The king spake and said, is not this great Babylon that I have built for the house of the kingdom by my might, by the might of my power, sorry, and for the honor of my majesty? While the word was in the king's mouth, so while he was talking, there fell a voice from heaven, saying, O King Nebuchadnezzar, to thee it is spoken, the kingdom is departed from thee. Boom! And while he was talking shit, boasting of himself, you see under the 12 months, yeah. And they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field. They shall make thee to eat grass like as oxen, and 7 times shall pass over thee, until thou know that the Most High Yahweh ruleth in the kingdom of men, and not you, not your power. He set you up. He's the one that set you up, not you. But he thought so. And giveth it to whomsoever he will. The same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar, and he was driven from men and did eat grass. And his body was wet. You see, I saw a scene. I don't even want to put it, man. It looked disgusting. I'll tell you that. But his body was all wet, looking up. He looked horrible. That's you. That's gonna be you, Esau. But you're gonna be worse than Nebuchadnezzar, by the way. But anyway, he was proud, and then he wasn't proud anymore. And then at the end, he did seek the strength of the Lord, like, okay, please, Lord, please forgive me. He did do that. Esau's not going to do that, by the way. And by the way, this happened to our people. So, fear is not in the Lord. Who would set briars and thorns against me in battle? Everybody did that, actually. But what happened to them? I will go through them. I will burn them together. Because the Israelites, we did fight against the Lord. And that's why we are where we are right now. Right? Esau, he's fighting against the Lord for past 400 years now. Nothing is happening to him. So he thinks. But he's being brought down from within. Caterpillars and worms are underneath his whole foundation. His women turn into whores, OnlyFans girls. They are the future mothers of the Caucasian race. Whores. They're prostitutes, man. Just the same thing that happened to the Jacob descendants in the time of crack and all that there. They turn into hoes for crack. Now your mama is a crack hole. People made funny jokes, made a song. Your mama's on crack, stuff like that. Mama's on crack. Mother on crack. Rap song. There was a rap song about that, man. Yeah, your mama on crack. Your mama's on crack rock, Of course, they're going to bully you, man. They're going to bully you because the kids, they going to be your mama's on crack rock. Then you won't fight. Now you want to fight. That's what's happening. And now they're gonna be like your mama on OnlyFans. But now they got proof. They got look at what your mama be doing. You got ghetto gaggers for the Jacob descendant females and stuff like that. Here, look at what your mama used to be doing with the white cocker penis up in your throat, up in your mama throat. Huh? Hey, it's just suicide or murder. One of those two is gonna happen. Or the child is gonna get fucked up, depressed in the mind, trying to kill himself, or the child is gonna try and kill you. And then that's jail. So a child of a whore, it's not really a lot of things that's gonna happen to you. It could, but hey, don't get your hopes up. That your son is gonna be a promising child of the future or something like that. If you're a whore, yeah, especially an OnlyFans one. God damn, that's horrible. I don't want to. Anyway, so